gentlemen. Let's freaking do this, shall we?
Do you need a task?
Yep. Time to join the Power Rangers.
Remain humble.
Oh,
we all serve.
Come forth and be judged. Hear the words of the Arbiter. Your path is chosen.
Hey, I think we were a net positive on Revendreth. I'm not sure. I didn't have enough time to do the audit during the lunch.
With courage. Go in service.
And literally all I did was eat and then like brush my teeth and then sit back down and get ready to do it. I haven't even uploaded the VOD. I'll do that tonight. I can feel it. I can feel 9.1 looming in the distance. Calling to me. Beckoning me.
What do you seek?
I suppose I could do some really quick auditing while I'm literally in flight here. Not like I got anything else going on. Alright, so let's see here. So we had... positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 7 pluses to Revendreth. Nice. 1 negative. That's actually pretty good. And then 3 pluses. And... 4 negatives. Sweet. That still leaves Revendreth as our best campaign so far at a net positive 5. Which is honestly not great, but it's actually, you know, it's better. It's greater than 0. This is Shadowlands. An arc that gets greater than 0 should count itself fortunate. I'm really curious how Bastion's gonna do. Because, yeah. As I say, yeah, there's really only one option. It'll hover around mediocrity like all the other ones. Or it's going to knock it out of the park. I suppose it could also tank, in the interest of honesty. But yes, for Linearuth on the VOD.
I'm glad you arrived safely.
Shop, browse. Smell.
This is why I brought my Earthen to do this stuff.
I am the Archon's will.
Through the path you follow is not all of, though the path you follow is not that of a traditional ascendant, it is a Kyrian path all the same. To follow it is to bask in the footsteps of the innumerable lives before us, forever in service to a good greater than any we could achieve alone. To join us amidst such strife is an accomplishment worthy of recognition.
Find your purity.
Who,
In
Mr.
this
Red?
moment, we shall follow the path together. Come.
Oh, okay.
Brothers and sisters, hear me. On this day, we have come together for a momentous occasion. The Moorwalker has proven that they are an ally not only to Bastion, but to all the Shadowlands. They have chosen to join our vaunted ranks to help us reclaim our realm.
What the hell, dude?
Behold our glorious Archon, she who was ancient when this realm was young.
She literally built your realm, you idiot.
Step forward. Face your fellow Kyrian, so they may welcome you as one of their own.
Hi, I'm like 3 weeks old.
This mortal has not been long upon our path, but their strides have echoed throughout the halls of the Ascended. In service to our cause, they have defended our temples against invasion, exposed the traitor Denathrius, and braved the terrors of the Maw itself. On this day, we welcome them into our sacred covenant. Together, we will restore peace and order to this realm. Glory to Bastion!
These brave souls are your kin now, Maw Walker. Welcome.
For the Lich King.
You are seen.
My life for Ner'zhul.
Wisdom guide your path.
One more step remains to be complete before your initiation. You must now enter Elysian Hold, entryway to the rest of the Spires of Ascension, and the vantage point from which the Ascended safeguard Bastion and our aspirants in training. Once there, we shall ensure you are fully acquainted with the holds. Oh my god, they were the soldiers.
Stay true to our eternal charge.
I'm gonna save that till Huthor shows back up.
Elysian Hold was
But I just
built by
realized
the
something.
Archon to serve as our Covenant's base of operations. With the Jailer's allies encroaching on all sides, we must make full use of its resources. Bask in the glory of Elysian Hold. Magnificent, is it not?
So let me go, please. But not right now.
Remains to be done to ready ourselves for action across the Shadowlands. You wish to be of service?
What?
Remain humble.
I am the Archon's will, unyielding, undying, immutable. We are Kyrian by her hand. Who are you to question her grace? Why is that even a question you're asking me? I just joined you, dude.
Proceed with courage.
So I'd like to skip to my first soulbind, please.
Wisdom guide your path. What troubles you?
I'd also like to fix my tracking, which has been broken again.
By the Archon's grace. Go in service.
The name of this quest is Dangerous to Go Alone. Really, game? Oh, hey, there's Tim Russ.
I am ready to aid you. How can I guide you? Do you seek wisdom? Come forth and be heard. I am ready to aid you. There can be wisdom in walking away. Far away. Farther? Do you seek wisdom?
Okay, so, hang on. Where do you want me to go? Down, apparently. There's a down? Where's a down?
The soul binding chamber is this way.
Archon watch over you. Aspirant Clea, thank you for joining us on this sacred occasion to witness the bonding of this outsider with Aspirant Pelagos.
Oh my god, there's two of them.
Pelagos?
Clea, they saved me. And many others. It does make sense.
Slut. Okay.
I would be honored, Soul Guide. I just hope I can keep my bond with Clea as well.
You shall. This ancient device shall allow your souls to connect. Simply reach out to one another.
I am here for you.
Divined.
I feel everything. By the Archon. What a life you have lived.
I'm 2 weeks old.
Together we rise. Go in service. You seek guidance.
Are we net positive right now? That's funny.
What troubles you? Together we are strong.
I wonder how long that's gonna last. Listen, Xavion, you just have to fully expose all your memories in your entire life to someone who was a stranger until just a few minutes ago. What's the issue here?
It is done. May the power within your soul serve you well. Archon watch over you. You seek guidance? Go in service.
Okay. Hey, Uthor. So I realized something. I don't know what made it click, but I realized something as I was coming up here. Going to the Bastion area. These are the military good guys. Let me explain that a little bit. Something that's been bugging me in the back of my mind, and as Miristar brought this up too, is what the hell do the Kyrians actually do? I know what you're going to say. Oh, they're totally the ones who go and ferry people to and fro. But A, no, they're not. That's what Ouroboros is there for. And B, we never really see that outside from a couple of world quests and like a reference or two. So what are the Kyrians actually doing? Well, they've got forges and weapons and constructs and a military structure and people who train constantly to be good at fighting and... So, no, this is clearly the military of the good guy. And Maldraxxus was clearly supposed to be the military of the bad guys. Like, you get it, right? It was going to be like, you could see it. You could see what was intended at some point, somewhere in the development process while everything was on fire, was these would be like, we must fight against Maldraxxus. And Maldraxxus is like, we will fight back. And Revendreth and Ardenweald were like the more neutral parties of both. Revendreth was evil afterlife, and Ardenweald was good afterlife. They even kind of follow that. People who are evil go to Revendreth. Now, they go there to be redeemed, but still. People who are good tend to go to Ardenweald. We've actually even talked to NPCs in Ardenweald to flat out say, I wasn't a druid or anything like that. I went here because this is a peaceful place where I can spend my life. Or my afterlife, excuse me. That is actually something we've seen on camera. So, yeah, no, I think... I think that was the Kyrian's purpose at some point or another of development. Yeah, now Sylvanas, oh, terrible. But Garrosh, nah, he can get redeemed. But Kel'Thuzad, nah, he goes to Maldraxxus because he's evil, see? So that makes perfect sense. Anyways...
You wish to be of service? Stay true to our eternal charge. We all serve a greater good.
Oh no. My eternal nemesis. Shadow Machine.
Our fates converge.
Hey, look what we get to do. Whee! Ah, thank you for being part of the show, Shadow Machine, as always. You give me a second here. Ow! Let me go ahead and jot this down. I mean, yeah, exactly as Miristar. And even if you think about it from, like, the perspective of an RTS, the Kyrians are clearly the elite, right? The Protoss. Whereas the Maldraxxi are the Swarm. Okay, so Bartender, block, Pokemon Violet, and Pokemon ZA. Actually, yeah, Huthor, I agree with that. If you remember, one of the old short stories from, like, the era of Wrath and Kata said exactly that. You were tainted by the Lich King, you were automatically tossed to the Dark, which eventually got developed into the Maw. Hence, her one of her motivations in Kata, which was to avoid death at all costs, because there was no winning that scenario. And yeah, that would ironically lean neatly into the motivation of her wanting to break the mechanisms of death, because the whole thing is dumb. I'd honestly be with her on that. We'll probably review Torghast right now. Let's do it right now. Okay, so I'm thinking... So triple positive right out the gate. Let's just start with that. So minigame, that's what it is. Torghast, and it's very fun. It's very awesome. I think I'm going to give a bonus positive to Kit, and a bonus positive to, let's call it builds. See, that's I was debating if I should give a positive per class, or just a positive for the fact that classes play differently when you're in there. Because you're right. I've actually seen Torghast on several classes, and it is a thing. It's awesome.
All goods and services for sale.
Thanks to Grey Wolf for reminding me of this.
Until our next transaction.
Yeah, you know what? It is sufficiently different. I could see that being this. Let's do that. So let's quad up those positives, 2 and 2. And then we've got the minigame itself. Just, what the hell is that? Oh, that's interesting looking. Yeah, it's not quite the same because, you know, so much of it is baked in, as you just mentioned. Honestly, I'm okay with not even showing it on camera. Everyone cool with that? I know Torghast. I know how it runs. We've seen it. We have literally shown it twice on camera. You get the idea of what Torghast is. It is fun, interesting, engaging. And I've already given the negative for the Ash Grind and the Legendary crap. So, Torghast itself, big thumbs up. It is a legitimately fun mode, even now. I actually look forward to going back into it and finishing off some of the achievements in there for the meta. I haven't actually done the boss rush mode. Sounds like a good time, though. I'm curious how they manage the mutators. Like, how many anima spheres do you get in boss mode? Or do you get none, and you just have to live with it? The Legendary grind is really terrible. It is why everyone always said that Torghast sucks. We don't, other than what we have already done, Gribble.
We stand together against the darkness.
So anyways, let's just skip Torghast. Yeah, exactly, Maverick.
The battle. More Walker. Hallmark Adrestes brings grim tidings from Bastion. You are needed in Oribos at once.
What might your purpose be?
Yep, okay, cool. So making sure we're on the right step. I'm actually with you on that, Uthor, weirdly enough. But yeah, like, I remember there's a quote that I've never forgotten. It was...
How may I assist?
Rax. Reximus and I were talking about
I know our endeavors will prove.
something in FF14. I forget the specific thing. And whatever it was, we were talking about it in the confines of, I guess here, of it being good. And Rax jumped in and said, such and such is like Torghast, but actually good. And I had to immediately step over that and be like, well, hold up. Hold up. No. And I mentioned that because there's just this overwhelming attitude, even amongst people who haven't played WoW. Reminder, Rax has not played WoW to any substantive matter. That Torghast is just the worst, and it's because of that mandate. It's because of the Legendary. As a fun side minigame mode, it's awesome. No, I did not play 12. As a place that you have to hit several times, like the skip I literally just did, that was it. It was the new dungeon type in, I think it was Endwalker. The pseudo-rogue dungeon where, like, the path you take changes what boss you get and stuff like that. I forget what those are called, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, and yeah, it was just, ugh. It's like, no, Torghast was really, really good. Except for how they implemented it, which is just Shadowlands in a nutshell, isn't it? I forget if the one we were doing was Criterion or Variant. It was one of the two. Doesn't matter. Point being, Torghast is legit, except for the asterisk, and we've already covered the asterisk, so there's the legit. So I'm just gonna get rid of both of those. "30 seconds at the stoplight." Oh. Yeah, no, that's a good way to put that, Ulor. I would just put down Legal Legends. I would just put Torn Satisfactory.
I welcome
which I suppose is exactly what people did, so that makes perfect sense.
In her glory. I am honored you stand beside me.
You never know, you never know. I like how Uther is just standing there. Attackable, by the way. Just, what?
Speak without fear.
I'm very confused by that, and I'm just going to ignore that for now, because I have a feeling he's not supposed to be standing there and attackable. Ah, there it is.
Find your purity.
Let's get rid of all of these. The Forsworn threat is ever looming, and our forces are dwindling. Now more than ever, we need more Ascended. Our generous Archon has blessed us with a portion of our anima stores to ascend our top aspirants to join our forces. Clea is among the chosen and thus must complete her final trial, and as Pelagos has not yet prepared to ascend, I request you be Clea's partner for this process. It is arduous and should not be embarked on alone. She must first bear her soul.
The final trial before ascension is perilous. As Pelagos is not ready, I insist that you join Clea in this final
That's
step.
literally what you just said, buddy. Yes, Earthen Paladin, who has joined the Bastion. I never really did anything with Ash. Not really. I'm almost positive I made a legendary and was like, yeah, that sucked. I'll tell you my real fear.
Aim to prevent our ascension. We must find the others.
The Forsworn are foolish if they believe they can stop us. I will head to the Overlook.
How could so many Kyrian abandon the path like this? Why would they drag impressionable aspirants with them?
Come, Akilon. Do not dwell on this. Let us help the
Ascension cannot save you from the Archon's lies.
Oh, yeah, no, the real problem, if we want to talk about how it's mandatory, but let's really break it down to its fundamental core.
We'll see clearly.
The real problem with Torghast was it was part of the systems problem that Shadowlands had in general. Remember, the biggest problem with Shadowlands on a gameplay axis, and I stand by this, was just how insane the number of systems were and how mandatory so many of them were. You had a lot to keep track of, and it meant logging in constantly to keep up with everything. Torghast was another of those. And there are very few things that'll make you not enjoy something more than forcing you to do it every now and again. Especially on a schedule. You have a life. You have a job. You might have time to do that this week, and you might not. I firmly believe that they shotgunned so many systems. Obviously, there was some reactionary stuff in there we talked about. But I firmly believe that at least part of that was like, okay, hang on. We need stuff to hold the line. We need to fill the game with stuff for the players to do so that the game doesn't die while we put out all the fires. Problem was, that was exactly the wrong choice. They would never admit it.
You?
But I would bet money that someone in the development team at some point in time, probably, I'd say like 9.1 range, something like that, was like, you know what? This isn't fun, and people aren't liking it, and we're noticing the dips in figures. I'm gonna go play Guild Wars 2 for a bit. And then they went and they played Guild Wars 2 for a bit, and then someone was like, so they've got this thing over here called an event chain.
These acolytes sought the truth. Yours stand blinded by the Archon. Prove your loyalty! You know the truth, loyalty to the Ark. They will learn the truth, and then they will fall.
Holly Longdale, yeah. She's actually pretty cool. Like, negative charisma on camera, if that's the woman I'm thinking of. But pretty cool person.
Your head will earn my wings!
Champion! We make our stand here!
Okay.
I have found the scroll of ritual. With these words, we may open the gates.
Well done, my soulbind. We are ever closer to our ascension. Our path is clear.
Nice sword, by the way. Like, what is that nonsense? It's a one-hander that's sized like a two-hander. It looks like a Nerf bat.
We serve Bastion.
Sorry.
I serve not only Bastion, but all of the Shadowlands.
Kalessa found a scroll detailing the ritual we need to ascend. We need to take our positions, speak a chant, surrender some of our anima with each word. Your presence is vital. You need to use the censers to burn the incense as we meditate.
Come, everyone. It is time. Our trial is at hand.
Alright, Clea, let's do this.
Allow me to show you the way. And so we begin.
Hang on. Well, okay. So, as you're probably asking for a one-sentence answer, Baron, in which case, no.
We live in service, not only to our own, but to the many souls of the universe who seek our aid.
Because we are the military. I mean, for God's sakes, they'll talk about service.
We stand strong, whatever we may face. No obstacle or tragedy may sway our fortitude.
You know, like a military.
We maintain confidence in the order of the Shadowlands and our role within it. Doubt has no place in a Kyrian heart.
We hold firm in our ways, ever learning and improving ourselves in our vocations.
The gateway's open! Though we may step through the same ones, each pair shall reach a different world!
How may I serve you?
She holds her eyes closed, taking a moment for herself. Take a deep breath, Clea. This is the start of a new eternity. Be prepared to face what's on the other side of the gateway?
We will fix this drought.
Good luck, everybody. May our paths converge in triumph soon.
Let us go, my friend. It is finally time to cross the veil.
Oh, we're going over here. Sorry. So, where are you sending us? Eastern Kingdoms.
Welcome, Clea, to Azeroth. For your final trial, you shall bear a soul from a town known as Lakeshire, amidst the Red Ridge Mountains.
Azeroth, my friend, this is where you hail from? I am even more pleased to have you by my side.
Well, there's the portal to Oribos.
Please, it is not my time.
Our watch continues. We will not falter.
A bearer's duty is to carry souls through the veil to Oribos, where they can be judged and passed along to one of the realms of Shadowlands. This soul is ready to move on. During this trial, you will experience his final moments before his death. When you are prepared, we will see how his soul passed.
Fly.
Please, I must protect my family. You cannot take me from them.
Do not weep, Ben Howell. It is your time.
We are here to aid you. Let us see your final moments.
You don't understand. The graveyard? Why am I... No matter. I should get home to see if my wife needs anything.
Incredible. But nothing seems amiss. Are we truly witnessing his final moments?
In time you shall see. These moments of peace are vital to understand this soul.
Hey, Vernon.
A bit worse than that, Ben. A rock tore a hole straight through the wood.
I'll bring down some planks for you later, free of charge.
I'd say nice house, but it's a room.
How is your day going?
There you are, love. I've been looking for you.
See you soon. Thank you, dear.
I'm making a stew for dinner tonight, but it seems we're missing some rabbit meat. Could you go out and make some for me? Oh, and be careful. I heard howling earlier. The wolves aren't normally out during the day.
I love you.
Alma came by earlier and gave Millie some flower seeds to plant in the garden. I love that her daughter's taking interest in gardening, but I don't have time to wash her dress again when she gets covered in mud. Would you please help her with the digging so she doesn't get too dirty?
Once you're done, hurry back. I have a lumber delivery for the magistrate.
Happily, my love.
So, little thing I'm going to give you here from the perspective of a voice director. You know what the most difficult type of voice to get from an actor is, in my experience? I'm not joking. I call it normal, but yeah. To sound everyday. To sound like nothing unusual is happening at all. Just everyday, hey, what's up? It is extraordinarily rare that an actor can manage that kind of tone, which is funny when you think about it, but actually makes perfect sense when you really think about it. Because it's hard to act something that is natural. You more or less can't act naturally, so you have to act an emulation of natural.
Hi, Daddy. Are you here to help me in the garden?
I am. It will just take a moment.
Alright, let's dig this sucker up. Exactly, Xavion. There you go, kiddo. You're the best daddy ever. She gives you a big hug around the knees. Can we get this guy back to life, please? Here, I made you some lemonade. I only have enough for one glass, so don't drink it too fast.
I drank some of the lemonade. There's only a little left. Only drink it if you're really thirsty, okay?
I'll save it for when I most need it.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too.
What the hell is happening in Lakeshire now? Like, this is post-BFA. There should be nothing going on here.
Good morning, love.
Okay, baby girl, it's okay.
Thank you, dear.
That should be plenty, thank you.
I love you.
Magistrate Solomon requested a bundle of wood for his hearth. He's been too busy to come by and retrieve it. If you wouldn't mind running it down to him at the town hall, I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
See you soon. Supper should be ready once you're done. Don't dally.
I'll be back before you can say rabbit in a hutch.
He seems beloved by not only his family, but by his whole town. Such a simple life. What happened to bring him to us?
There's something weird today. My skin's crawling and I just don't know why. Now you mentioned it, I feel quite on edge. I'm sure it's nothing.
Ah, Ben. We were just discussing reforming the town militia. Would you be interested in heading it up again?
Sorry, Solomon. No can do. It's just a simple life of farming and logging for me nowadays.
Light bless you.
Yeah, ask Colonel Troutman here. He's got this.
Greetings. For the Alliance.
Thanks for the pickup. I was gonna give it myself, but the townsfolk have been crying wolf all day.
Be careful.
Magistrate, the Scourge are attacking.
What?
The Scourge? We must protect the townsfolk. Bailiff, sound the bells.
Need help?
There's no time to evacuate. Not if the Scourge are here. Board the windows. Get everyone inside.
The town hall is our best hope for survival. I'll start making preparations.
The Scourge! No, none of these people will survive.
Step on up. See you around.
Looking for something specific?
Yeah, it's a good thing they showed us to him dead to start with.
What's on your mind?
I supply only the finest goods.
Also reference to the Warcraft 3 human ability of bringing in the peasants to the town hall. They actually reference that several times in WoW. It's kind of funny how often it comes up. Like, it's not one of those all-the-time things, but every now and again they remember, oh yeah, you remember Warcraft 3?
I was looking for you.
Children, inside, now.
I love you. Stay safe, my love. Children, inside.
My family. I will protect you.
Or get one shot. Literally one shot.
For a simple man, his bravery knows no bounds. You have earned peace in your afterlife, Ben. You are a sign of the winds of change.
Clea's...
I will protect your soul and escort you to a new world. The pain will pass.
No, we're not thinking about that, Mr. Red. Honestly, that whole town should probably be wiped out, to be quite frank. Lakeshire should be off the map at the moment. It's not, of course, because the last time Lakeshire was relevant, aside from here, was in Cataclysm. Clea's eyes are closed, worry clear on her face. Her breaths are elongated and deep as she grapples with what she's come to learn.
Archon's wisdom prevails.
Poor soul. An honest man to die so gruesomely.
Whatever the challenge, we shall rise to it.
You are seen.
The soul is no longer tethered to the world of Azeroth. Clea must perform her duty and bear him to Oribos to be judged by the Arbiter. Problem. Clea must perform her duty and bear him to Oribos. Take this Vesper. When you're ready, it'll call the Ascended to go to the Maw.
As it must, the Horn of Baleflight will call Ascended to carry you to Oribos. There, your charge shall receive his judgment.
And go to the Maw.
Ben, this is just the beginning. I cannot wait to see to which realm you are sent.
Guys.
You will be rewarded for your selflessness and bravery.
Guys. Okay, even if you two don't know, I know the Arbiter isn't working. Can I, like, interrupt? Okay, to the Maw, have fun in Super Hell. I mean, this is campaign, which is post-vanilla MSQ, which means we 100% know the Arbiter's broken right now. We've been to the Maw like 4 or 5 times at this point, even if this is the only campaign covenant we do.
Oribos. It has been eons since I have stepped foot here.
Guys. Guys.
Now Ben will be presented to the Arbiter, who will judge his soul and send him to his earned afterlife.
You want to rephrase that sentence?
Wait, where are the souls? They should be streaming out of Oribos to their new realms.
They are! Literally!
There they are. Where are they? They are all going to the Maw! Ben!
Like, why? I'm sorry, this is powerful moment, especially like as a big reveal moment. But the problem is, this happens after the entire MSQ. Like, this is the kind of thing they could have done to explain how this works, explain what's wrong with the mechanism of death. Right? Like, this would be a perfect way to showcase, in a very personal manner, how messed up this is. Right? Like, we see a little man, he's got his life, and everything's cool, and then the Scourge wipe over his town, oh crap. And the sliver of positivity that we cling to like a lifeline is, it's okay, you'll go on to your earned afterlife. She says that like 3 separate times. It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And we get here, and off to the maw. Bye. That's horrifying and extremely misplaced. So, hang on, let's, we're gonna call it story sequencing. Because, what? Yeah, it's another thing. I remember, I should give this a negative. I should give this a separate negative. I didn't even think about that. Hang on, got another negative. Hang on. Like, you could tell this scene written in a vacuum is legit, right? Clea's voice actress sells it, too. Like, you could feel her horror. It's like, wait, where are they? And then she cuts herself off, and then, with legitimate horror, says, they're all going to the maw! Ben! First name. Personal. Implies automatic connection. That's well written and well acted. What the crap? Let me jot down some notes here really quick. Good lord.
What is on your mind? Shouldn't the Arbiter be sending souls to their—
The anima drought has afflicted more than just Bastion, aspirant. As the Jailer's power grows, all the Shadowlands suffers. A great darkness fell upon our blessed Arbiter.
My bad.
Plunging her into an unending slumber.
Still stupid.
Since that day, no soul has been judged. Instead, all are lost to the horrors of the maw.
I see.
And that is a great way to do that. In fact, it does a better job of expositing on that than the cutscene we saw at the beginning of Shadowlands, right after we got out of the maw. This is good stuff. And if there was only the Bastion as the MSQ, and they were actually the military faction fighting against Maldraxxus, then this would make more sense.
The future of Bastion.
This is weirdly placed. I like her response. I need some time to process this.
Keep a calm mind.
So if only you knew a Maw Walker. We're going to rescue Ben. Ben! We gotta rescue Ben. Ben! The drought is so much larger than I imagined. Why did nobody tell us? Good question. The burden of this knowledge weighs heavy. Do we bear souls to their eternal torture? Yes!
My friend, I need to reflect on this. I will meet you back at the hold.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Everyone, I'll agree, headcanon. We immediately jump down there, find Ben, and get his ass out of there. I don't even care where we put him. I guess technically at the moment we drag him to Bastion, but it does not matter, because anywhere is better than the Maw.
How may I serve? All souls have...
So, we did that, grabbed Ben, and 19 other people, got them out, and now we're taking him back to Bastion. Okay, that just happened. Yeah, Huthor's right. This is also a fantastic call to action. You want motivation? Perfect. Let's get him back to Bastion where he can stop being Ben and functionally die. Wait. Really, Esmera Star? That's interesting. You want to hear something really interesting? How many of you know that the Dungeon Journal, whoops, that's War Within, it's not spoil, has lore in it? It has lore for the dungeon, and it has lore for the bosses. How many of you know that? Nobody. Okay, cool. This lore can be critical. In some cases, there are extremely well-written, fascinating tidbits of storytelling in these Dungeon Journal entries. Now, why do I bring this up? How many of you know that every single lore entry for the bosses of the final raid of Shadowlands was rewritten from beta to release? And most of those rewrites completely changed the story associated with those bosses.
The rivalry between Nemia and Pelodus has spanned eons.
I discovered this by accident. I was looking at,
In order to fly...
Shut up! I was looking at this one right here, Prototype Pantheon. And you see that quote there? So this quote, I'm actually going to read this out loud. Bereft of the cosmic spirits of the Eternal Ones, these incomplete host bodies can only carry out base directives without mercy or compassion. Okay, so that implies several things. Cool. But if you read the beta one, the beta makes it far clearer that those are the backups in case anything happens to the defaults. The difference is, the way it's written is those are bodies for the spirits of the Eternal Ones, whereas the original writing was, those are the Eternal Ones. There's a big gap between those two things. And there's several tidbits like that. Like I said, that started me going down a rabbit hole of all of the original Dungeon Journal entries for the raid bosses there. And it's like, oh, you could see where they were going with the story and is arguably no longer canon. It's almost like 9.2 was them just being like,
You have questions?
Even the Kingsmorn fight was changed like that. We'll cover that when we get there. I'm glad Clea has returned successfully to us, though she questions she questions, she is resolute in her duties. If only I could say the same for all my aspirants.
Remain humble.
With success over their trials, our aspirants shall now start this next chapter of their afterlives. Rescuing people from the frickin' mob. Sorry. They have proven themselves through eons of training and cleansing and will now earn ascendance. As each aspirant is called, I ask you and Pelagos to assist them by ushering them up. It's tradition we have practiced for eons.
We all...
Aspirant Clora, step forward.
Yep, Azeroth was supposed to have a health bar in the final fight. God, where is this person?
My ear is yours. We are to take part in the ceremony? What an honor.
Wanna spar? Never falter.
Aspirant Clora, you are a fierce warrior and a humble instructor to those who look to you for guidance.
Pelagos, you okay there, buddy?
You join the ranks
Pelagos?
of the Ascended as a disciple of courage. Aspirant Sophony, step forward.
You have need of my hands? Take joy in your work.
Aspirant Sophony, you are a smith, far beyond expectation. You have proven your dedication to our ways by stepping up to serve those around you. Now you join the ranks of the Ascended as a collector.
Hold on. That was the mount animation. Sorry, let me say that differently.
Claire, step forward.
Like, when they got their wings, that looked like a mount animation. Like this animation that plays when you mount up. Why don't we have wings?
We must find...
Whoa, no, no.
Not only are you a mentor to those around you, but also a stalwart defender of Bastion. Now, you join the ranks of the Ascended.
Watch. It's at a distance, but just watch it.
No more of your rituals, Archon. No more lies. Rise, my forsworn.
Devos, you lead this rebellion?
The Archon's blind edicts place us all in peril. We will forge a new path for Bastion. The spires of Ascension will belong to the Forsworn!
Ascended, repel this assault! Paragons, with me! Devos must be stopped!
The Archon has spoken! Defend the hold!
Do I have to? Like, I know we're already the bad guys here.
I serve not only Bastion, but all of the Shadowlands. Our purpose is to serve.
Loyalty's betrayal shall not go unnoticed, but while the Paragons defend the city proper, it's up to us to defend Elysian Hold. I am very wounded, but I'll hold strong. Pelagos and I will protect the survivors. You must push back this assault.
Whatever the...
Clea, you are too wounded to fight. Allow me to heal your wounds.
Pelagos, Yes, of course.
The Lich King has spoken. Are these two just like having a staring contest over here? Hi. You want to attack me? No. Do you want to attack me? No. Okay. Yeah, Valkyr fight. Valkyr fight! Okay, I can't lead these guys. I got you. Alright, it's okay, I got you. Where is safe? Why, nowhere, of course. Okay, that's not very comforting, is it? I need to talk to the innkeeper real quick. Hey, can I, like, bind my, my Hearthstone here? Now? Yeah, now. Now works. Despite my irritation at the placement of that scene, so far I'm liking it. The
You have forced my hand. Lay down your weapons.
We'll see if this holds up.
You shall go no further.
I mean, yeah, like... Obviously I haven't done the Bastion campaign yet, but, like, even from what I have seen, problem is the Forsworn have a point. Kind of like how the Nazis had a point, you know? Is there a kernel of truth in what they're saying? Sure. But, They're Nazis.
This will end quickly.
So...
Their commander has taken the audience chamber. You must confront him.
Oh, hey, it's Uther, who's just been standing here this entire time, if you remember. Hey, Uthi. I'm a paladin, too.
Your Archon has lied to you, failed you. Devils blazes a new path to justice.
We will see her glorious vision made real.
The Archon denied me my final justice. Devils, ensure that monster suffers where he belongs. Enough!
Enough!
Elysian hold does not matter. With the crest of Ascension broken, your forces will dwindle. The spires of Ascension will soon belong to the Forsworn. Devils shall save the Shadowlands from the drought and lead us into a new era.
The Forsworn are retreating, at least from the hold. Return to us. We must regroup.
Yep, remember, we haven't seen that vignette yet. The vignette yet. You know what I mean.
Allow me to show you the way.
Also the best of the vignettes, in my opinion. I've thought of you as an ally for some time now. The thrill I felt when you decided to join us in Bastion. I knew you'd be a boon to our ranks. Our bond has been for... Yeah, okay, I'll become your
fight
soulbound.
for all we believe in. Come, let us retreat to the Soulbind Chamber. I must admit, when you first arrived in Bastion, I saw you not as a person, but an answer to my woes. You quickly proved to be much more than that. A strong ally, a shoulder to lean on, a friend.
When you returned to Bastion, we were elated by the news. You have come to be a friend we both rely on.
In the end, you even helped me achieve my dreams. Become Ascended. I am honored to soulbind with you.
I'm not sure I've even seen the Dragonflight vignettes. I have no memory of them, if I have. Dragonflight was such a weird time for me in WoW.
How may I serve you?
Soulbind.
Change is coming, and we must change with it.
Do the dungeon, apparently.
I must stay and heal my wounds. You must help protect the spires in my place.
No. No. No, they have not, Ismaristar. Ardenweald mentioned the Edicide as an optional thing. Revendreth mentioned and gave a quest to go do whatever it's called, the one where the Chamberlain's the boss. But it was not actually part of the MSQ. Okay. I am not in time walking, no. So I'm pretty sure I can double check that. But yeah, I need an 80 to drag me through a dungeon, please. Doesn't matter the faction. Never will again, I think. Yep, nope, there's a level 60, so I'm not time walking. Where is the dungeon entrance? Ah, there it is. It's down there.
In order to fly, you must learn how to
Yeah,
fall.
it's this one.
Join these aspirants.
I actually like this world quest, believe it or not. But yeah, that's why I couldn't see it. There it is. Me too. Never. I'm gonna AFK bad briefly. Right back. Damn, I never got to fully answer Baron's question. Sorry, Baron. Remind me some other time. I'll try to give you a full answer. BTS? Ah.
We walk this path together.
Bring that down to normal, because we're just doing this for the sake of pushing through it. Well, I was going to do dungeons later. I suppose we'll do a dungeon now. I don't even remember this dungeon. I'm not even sure I've ever done it.
We are vastly outnumbered mortals. The Forsworn have cut a swath through most of our forces. Vanquish their rear guard while I confront Devos. Go in service.
I do like some good behind the scenes. Oh my god, it's even an FF14 dungeon. 3 trash packs before a wall. You can't progress until you kill the trash packs.
And yet all this time it was you who led the Forsworn.
Your blind adherence to the path would have doomed us all. You left me no choice but to oppose you.
It is very pretty.
Forsworn, see that the mortals do not interfere. You cannot hide. None shall be spared. You will never win.
I like the trees that grow down instead of up. Have their fruit dangling. Look at this. Same thing. I'm telling you, this is an F-14 dungeon.
Listen to reason, devils. The Kyrian must stand united.
Not so long as you command them. The Forsworn will forge a new path for Bastion.
It's been almost since we've given
For
breakfast
eons, we have been told to purify ourselves, to let go of our memories, our identities, our loved ones, all in the name of service. But what do we serve? An impotent arbiter, an oppressive law. Our sacrifices were made for nothing.
Yeah, I'm with her so far. Can we switch sides? Oh wait, they're Hitler. Damn it. Yeah, why is Devos working for the jailer? Now, normally I'd say not answered, but I don't actually know if there's an answer to that. So I'll jot down a potential for that. And we'll see.
This is where you meet your end. I have failed.
We sacrifice because we must. Mortal burdens would only impede our sacred duty.
No, it was a mortal who exposed the folly of your edicts.
If that's true, that would make her the only one who has a proper explanation for why she works for the jailer. It would be funny. God. How many bits and pieces of how many stories are in this frickin' expansion? I love how they die on as we approach, which obviously from a gameplay perspective is because now we have to fight the trash. But the narrative perspective there is kind of funny to think about. Oh, thank God the heroes are here. Ugh.
Your defiance must be punished. No, I can still fight.
Got a legendary drop, which I don't want. Yay!
As I peered into Uther's memories, what I saw shook me to the core.
Because, you know, that's never happened before in the history of the multiverse.
That the path is flawed, that we serve a lie. And so, I listened to the jailer's words. I learned of the great injustice you and the others thrust upon him, and upon us all. He seeks to free us from the prison we have built for ourselves. And for that, he has earned my loyalty.
And I mourn your betrayal.
Please tell me that's not the explanation. The jailer. Yeah, this is your first scam, lady? Might be. She's in the afterlife and she has no memories. Oh no.
Accept your defeat, Archon. I serve a far greater power now. With your spear in hand, I will take control of the spires and forge new paragons to lead the Kyrian.
The jailer has twisted your mind, Devos. You must be stopped, no matter the cost.
The age of the Forsworn is at hand. This spear shall pierce your heart!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have never done this dungeon. Which is funny, because I think there are several dungeons I never did in Shadowlands.
The spires obey my command! No! The path must be abandoned.
Devos. The jailer's schemes have torn a schism in the ranks of the Kyrian, one that must be healed. Long have we believed that our mortal lives are burdens to be shed in the name of service. And yet, the deeds of mortals are what won the day. You have my gratitude. Once the jailer lies defeated, there may be much for the Kyrian to discuss.
That's great. Get guy to ride out. You are not Swiftshot. Oh, right. Right. Sorry.
You may approach.
Well, that was all for nothing. Yay. Listen, all he did, he's walked up and he says, "Pitiful Kyrian." And she was like, "I'm in, you son of a gun."
In order to fly, you must learn how to fall.
I do not like this weather effect. Good God. Makes it irritating to see and a little bit too blinding. And it blocks the otherwise good skybox. What? Carmine? No! Okay, whatever.
Come forth and be heard. This contains... It is time you saw what few have, Mawwalker. Uther's arrival in Bastion.
Okay. But I don't suppose you have a way to... Ah!
Uther.
Where am I?
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be...
There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed within the Maw long ago.
You're wrong. He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
What I desire is justice.
Devos, why are you training this soul? It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen. I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos. I would not let the Archon hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways. Trust the path.
Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student. He betrayed us all.
Show me. The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible. The Maw is inescapable. You must return to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed.
Enough! The order of the Shadowlands depends on the execution of our eternal charge. You will abandon this course.
As you command, my Archon. Uther! The time of your ascension has come.
I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see him punished?
I do.
Then prepare yourself. The moment he falls, we will claim him.
I see only darkness before me.
return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
He was my student.
Remember what he did, and take your vengeance.
Not vengeance. Justice.
Do you mind if I indulge in something really quick? If that's okay. That moment is so significant and so powerful. It's one of the extremely few times I felt the desire to actually acknowledge it within the World of Warcraft series. Warcraft plug.
Was able only to influence in the barest and faintest of ways. But it was his hope that by ensuring this fighting force stood here, that it would be able to topple the Second Lich King and, at last, save his people. This stratagem almost didn't work. Tyrion was able to release himself from his bonds and, at cost, destroy the Mournblade Frostmourne. This freed thousands of souls at once, immobilizing the Second Lich King. Thus he stood, the lion before the lambs, and they did not fear. They could not fear. With the blade destroyed and the helm lost, Arthas was allowed one last, brief moment as himself, before the other half of Uther took him and cast him into the maw. The Second Lich King was gone.
I don't want to follow through on that, but I just always felt that that was a really good, quiet way to showcase that. Uther just quietly tossing Arthas into the maw as the theme of Icecrown plays quietly in the background. Good God. That was part of the Warcraft series. The one you never watched, Suffolk. How could you? No, it's okay. I know you don't care. It's cool. It's cool. It's garbage. It's pretty much the end of the Wrath sequence of the World of Warcraft.
How can I guide you? Devos meant well. Meant to right a perceived wrong, but Uther was not ready for the trials of ascension. Straying from the path as the embodiment of loyalty itself, set Devos' course irrevocably towards doubt, violence. Her hand, Lasonia, quickly joined Uther in following her. As our anima stores waned, their numbers grew. With Devos gone, Lasonia will surely take her place leading the Forsworn. I pray we find peace before their campaign starts anew.
So yeah, very, very good vignette. One of the best ones. I wouldn't actually call that the best. I do think Ashara surpasses it. Ashara is probably my favorite one overall, really. But, yeah. And to be clear, no, Arthas did not deserve that. Or maybe deserve is the wrong word, because deserve is kind of a sullied word. So let's say that more clearly. That should not have happened to Arthas. He is a prime candidate for Revendreth. And, frankly, no one deserves the Maw.
You are seen. Go in service.
That's the whole point, isn't it? That wasn't justice. It was vengeance. He could not let go of that pain. It's understandable. The Forge Light Prime has taken up the mantle of building a new crest of ascension. No ordinary tools or materials will do. He requires Phaestus, the genesis of eons. What?
Find your purity.
We helped him get that as Revendreth, if you remember.
Who knows how the Forsworn abuse my forge? They must not harm my sacred Phaestus, too.
Yeah, Uther can lie to himself about that. I know that certain people present, excuse me, disagree with me that there's two Arthases. But...
Seeker, I left you in charge. Where are my forge hands?
The Forsworn overran us, took them away. Could only save your Goliath.
We shall have words later. We must get the hammer back now.
Anyways, losing my train of thought. If we are to presume that there are two Arthases and they're remerged, that actually honestly adds a whole new wonderfully interesting dilemma to the very concept of punishment and justice. Really? Breakman? That's funny. Yeah, it's interesting. When was the Sylvanas cutscene? You know the one. Is 9.2, isn't it? It's the one that was done by an external team. I have a specific reason for asking. It is 9.2. That's what I thought. So...
Seeker, I left you in charge.
One of the things... The idea of the split souls is fascinating. Even though Sylvanas having a split soul is a retcon, and Uther's split soul is a bad retcon. I'll talk about how many negatives that is later. We'll get into it. But it introduces the concept. And it gets right up to it. Like, it gets really, really close to the idea of discussing and debating the ideas of what the split soul concept could mean, and then it never goes anywhere with it. Because remember, they were just barrel rolling to the end. But I really feel like someone somewhere in the development team and the writer staff wanted to examine that, because there's a lot of very interesting philosophical storytelling there about identity and rights and memories and self, existentialism. Put it simply, let's say I take Ismiristar and split her in half. Just like that. And so now there's the eel over here, and over here is the person. Now they go off to do other things. For some time, years, in fact. They are both, in every way that matters, two different people. Right? So, that's pretty codified. And we could discuss that. There's still some interesting stuff there, like how much of the original person is this one, how much of the original person is this one, how close are they to each other, or how much they disagree with each other, or whatever. There's all kinds of storytelling already, but then you remerge them. Now what? Because arguably you have just killed those two people again to create a third new person at this point. Or technically fourth new person, but you get my point. A third new person, a fourth person overall. You have actually combined this new amalgam out of these two very different people. And one of them went off to do really horrible things. But the new person has all the memories of those horrible things. All the rights and reasoning and perspective and all of that. And yeah, that new person that you just crafted now has to live with all that. This is one of the reasons why I actually like what they do with Sylvanas in Shadowlands, is because that is a fascinating concept that they could do all sorts of interesting stuff with that they kind of don't. Like I said, they introduce this great idea and then drop it like a hot potato. But we see a little bit of this in Uther, and we see a little bit of this in Sylvanas. And we never really play with it with Arthas. The most we played with it at Arthas was all the way back in Wrath. Remember that? Kid. Partially with the advantage of hindsight, we can tell pretty definitively that the kid we kept following around in Icecrown, that was Arthas. Or more accurately, the other half of Arthas. The other chunk of his soul. And the chunk that's walking around, the one I refer to as Death Knight Arthas, that's the one that got trapped in the sword. This is one of the reasons that's so fascinating. Because on the one hand, you could fairly say that what Death Knight Arthas did was not on Arthas. Because different choices. And you could say what Death Knight Sylvanas did is not on Sylvanas, because different choices. And that's valid. They choose something that the other would never choose. And yet in both cases, that part of them still chose that. Some part of the original being was capable of choosing that. And so it's not like a get-out-of-jail-free card, which would diminish any possible dilemma or intrigue here. Instead, it's more like... It's a more nuanced take on the overall concept. And again, I really, really wish they would delve into this more, because there's a lot of depth you can dive into this that they don't. Like, everything I'm talking about right now is basically it. That's another thing that's true. The third person, or excuse me, the fourth person, the final person, the re-amalgamated person. Yeah, exactly, Uthor. Is that still you? Is that still so? Like, the identity crisis they themselves would have is a big deal. Now remember, they did horrible things. Other people were injured by that person's actions, which you are now culpable for. What do you do about that? What is fair to do to you about that? What is just to do to you about that? We just saw a cutscene all about the difference between justice and vengeance. So what should be done in a situation where there is a new person who bears the burden of being what's left of someone who did something horrible? It's a wonderfully, I don't know, it's a whole complexity chain that they could do so much of. It's even entirely possible that the combined amalgam would actually want to split again. And yeah, they start to delve into this a little bit with Anduin. I don't want to spoil too much, but we'll get there. Different expression. I do think it comes from the same source, though.
Oh, good questions only.
Questions only. 2 + 2. Sorry. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that because there are only... here's the other thing. Canonically, there are exactly 3 split souls that we interact with in the Warcraft setting, to any substance or degree. That would be Uther, Sylvanas, and Death Knight Arthas. What's really strange is 2 of those are a retcon. One of those is a clarification. They mentioned the split soul thing of Arthas all the way back in Warcraft 3, if you remember. But Uther is a retcon, and I do have to give that a negative. One negative, but a negative nonetheless. Hear me out for a second. I've actually been prepared for this negative for over a week now, because I actually did my homework on this about a week ago. So, okay, let's examine all the Uthers, of which there are a minimum of 3. There might actually be more. Okay. So, there's the Uther who is in the sword. That's the one we interact with during Wrath, during the final dungeons, who warns us about the nature of the Lich King. Remember him? He talked with Jaina, and he talked with Sylvanas in the Halls of Reflection. That's it, Halls of Reflection. So that's Sword Uther. Okay, cool. We got one down. We've got the one who immediately went to Bastion. We just saw that one a few seconds ago. He was ripped out the second he died. And so, okay, we're up to 2. Cool. Then we have the one at his rest. Now, here's the weird part. The one at his rest shows up twice. Once in Burning Crusade and once in Legion. Both times he actually talks to the player, and in one case actually gives them advice. In fact, in Legion, the only reason we know Tyrion's even alive is because Uther tells us that. Which Uther is that? And the more you think about it, it doesn't make sense for that to be either Uther, because then we have the third Uther. The third Uther is part of a quest chain in Shadowlands we haven't gotten to yet. Spoilers, he's in the Maw. He might be the one from the sword, but if he's the one from the sword, then that still leaves the one at the post. And the one at the post cannot be the one in Curia because he's actually active this whole time. No matter how you look at it, there are a minimum of 3 Uthers. Now, the answer is they weren't thinking about it. That's the reality here. But I've always found that kind of interesting, how they were just like, Uther. There, boom. Also a whole bunch of positives, because that was an amazing cutscene, I guess. I guess it was an amazing cutscene. Whatever.
Intriguing weapon. May I inspect? I have high standards.
I don't know, Savicom, to be quite honest with you. I don't know much about... Is this the same stupid quest we just did?
You collect metals. No scratches, no imperfections.
I think it is. I mean, it's a little bit different, but it's the same spot and similar objectives on the same... Oh my god, it's this... Okay, anyways. Okay, so Kyria. So let me explain what Kyria is. So this is one of the probably doesn't actually exist constructed afterlives. Now, to be clear... Let me use proper terminology here. So when I say constructed afterlives, the constructed afterlives were invented for this expansion.
Your conduct is unacceptable.
Never existed before, and probably don't exist after. With the sole exception of Ardenweald, that's an asterisk, don't worry about it. So, I'm only mentioning that because I don't want you to hold the constructed afterlives against Warcraft, because they really shouldn't exist. Alright, so we got that out of the way. The Bastion is a place where all the people go to fight, defend, ferry the souls of the dead to Oribos? By the millions, because remember, this is the afterlife for the entire multiverse? And the whole idea here, I don't think we will either, Mr. Floyd. The entire idea here is that you go here and it's like, hey, welcome to Bastion, we're cool. Welcome to the Elysium Field, very Greek. But now that you're here, you'll have to go through a path of erasing your memories of the past, and in so doing, becoming cleansed of your burdens as a mortal, so you can serve the path. Pretty much everything everywhere indicates how horrifically awful this is. Like, several people have actually stated that this is one of the worst hells of the constructed afterlives. Now, that's obviously insane because the Maw exists. But other than the Maw, this is pretty bad. Now, interestingly enough, though, there is a logic behind what the Kyrians do, as there is behind most of how the constructed afterlives work. The idea is that when you are burdened by your memories and emotions of being immortal, then what you need to do is detach yourself from that to be able to give fair and impartial judgment. What you just saw in the cutscene we just played was Uther, who was so wounded by the betrayal and by the literal wound to his soul that was done to him by a blade of the Maw, that he couldn't get past it. He couldn't think straight, and so he didn't. And so he took someone who... Neither Arthas nor Death Knight Arthas is innocent. Neither of them are innocent. That's actually something a lot of people tend to forget. Arthas was not a saint. He just wasn't as bad as Death Knight Arthas. But neither of them deserved the Maw. And he took both of them and tossed them into the Maw. Absolutely not, Blade 12. The Maw didn't even exist when that sword was introduced to the canon. In fact, I'm not even sure when the Maw started existing exactly. There was a concept of the Dark. That actually goes all the way back to Wrath. But it's a very, very vague, casual, you know, hell, right? Like the most vaguest possible terminology for hell. Just call it what it is, right? And there were some other things about that, but it's whatever. What is that? Oh, okay. What, Oh, there they are. I couldn't even see the damn things. So, one of the things we've brought up many times is the idea, which probably was intentional, that the constructed afterlives were either badly designed, or, slightly more likely, were not intended to be a permanent solution. There's actually a tidbit of lore in the game where someone actually hypothesizes out loud that this was always intended to be a band-aid for some reason, and it's just kept going. And that's the problem. So, you know, the Kyrians here, the idea of unburdening yourself to help others, there's a degree of logic to that. There's a degree of sense-making to that. But as with so many things, it's taken to such an extreme that it loses that validity. You know, Savicom's not even paying attention anymore. I'm taking way too long to answer this question. I apologize, Savicom. Okay, super summary. Kyria bad! Fire good! There we go. Okay, got it out. Whew. Just gonna take this here real quick. Well, actually, for real, there is a, So, this is the weird part, and it's actually one of the things that makes this less horrifying than it should be. The memories are not erased, they are stored. Now that's an extremely good thing, because otherwise this would be so much worse than it is. But when you get purged of your memories, they get pulled from you and put into like a little storage device, and they can hold on to that to see later. So in other words, and this is important, your memories can be restored. You can re-access you. If that little tidbit did not exist, this would be much more horrifying, in my opinion. Sorry, who are you again, Mr. Floyd? What are you doing in my channel? Who let a Pinkerton in here? Alright,
What marvels exist on
so I'm just gonna race through this because this is just
I simply
the same
demand
quests we just did on Revendreth with a couple of changes.
The Forge Hands return.
Let me guess, we're gonna get it from the same guy. We're killing the same boss to get the same item. The only difference is Draven and frickin' Leotar aren't here.
With Faestus, I will create Centurions strong enough to crush the Archon herself!
A little egotistical there, but yeah, that's cool. That's whatever.
We will succeed, no matter the cost.
Yeah, deja vu. Deja vu. Swift shot's over there being like, first time.
You bear interest in craftsmanship? Show.
I can't complain. At least it means we could zip through this very quickly.
You have value, but I have more. You speak to the Forge Light Prime. Master,
seriously, the same.
I built this Goliath with a special core. Now, with Faestus, I can bind my soul to him. Seeker, keep watch. Hero, apply the reinforce.
Yes, Forge Light.
Oh, never mind. This is actually slightly different, although we did this quest earlier, too. God, it's also so late. Any minute now, I will have the pitter-patter of amazing and awesome feet, pulling me away from my assigned duty.
You hurt yourself!
Need more anima. Friend, help me.
Duh, monster. Or, I mean, I will help you, monster.
Awaken. I am a busy steward. I feel he's magnificent. Bronze strength is my strength. Our strength.
What was that?
Centurions, advance! Destroy the intruders!
Centurions will overwhelm us!
Not to worry. I know what to do. Everyone, hop on. New ideas for Centurion upgrade. Lend Braun your power. Your bond will strengthen him. Good opportunity to measure combat prowess. Onward!
That's another thing. Why are there 5 billion Mossworn?
This will end quickly.
I know, it's a minor complaint, but like, they always outnumber us. They even said that in the dungeon we just did. They outnumber us so much. Oh no.
My service ends.
Cannot recover.
I do love this attack, though. Or not? Okay, never mind. I know what you're talking about, Mr. Floyd.
Resistance is ill-advised.
You want some anima, Mr. Floyd? It's really good. Remember, anima, canonically, is made up of experience. Memories, to be more specific.
Anima fade.
That's an interesting question. What could we do to make the Forsworn a threat without giving them numbers? Because I obviously want them to be a threat.
Dismantle it for the Archon!
Oh my god, that's so cute. They just cling to it and be like, yep, we got this.
Forge hands ready for launch!
God, why are they so cute? Oh no, that's a thought, Mana Brent. They can force your memories back onto you. Oh no, worse. They can force any memories back onto you. Might not be yours. We've actually already seen what that's like to Kael'thas, right? There was a whole story arc about Kael'thas having sins attached to him against his will that were not his own. And how much that screwed with him. So maybe they weaponize that.
You speak to the Forge Light Prime, Master of Bastion, and I will meet you at Elysian Hold, friend. Seeker, you are in charge. No forsworn attacks.
Every Kyrian sacred. Sorry.
Do you need a task? Wisdom guide your path.
Oh, good questions only.
Didn't I already have that mount?
With new ID, single blow. Use all the power you hold.
You sure? Like, I'm the player character. Okay. Oh, you asked for it.
Intriguing weapon. May I inspect? Clean up after yourself.
On this day, we take a major step toward repairing the way of the Kyrian.
This new crest will make Ascended even stronger than before.
And with even less memories than... Oh, wait.
We may need them. My watchers tell me Thenios' suspicions of Lasonia leading the Forsworn have come to pass. And Uther as well, I am afraid.
I shall inform the Archon. Rest until we decide our next steps.
You got it. Resting.
Come, Braun. We enjoy fruits of labor.
Alexandra's Mograine has shown up. Oh no. No. Is this another repeat quest?
I will honor our accord. Galmor will fall by our combined might. For the Archon and Bastion.
We shall see soon enough.
I'm sorry, 2 repeat quests back to back. Why is Uther just standing here? Uther, what are you doing? Hey. Hey.
Your Archon has lied to you. 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 Your Archon has lied.
Okay, please don't clip that.
Devils blazes a new path to justice.
Your Archon. I should not find that funny. Am I going to... I am. I'm going to Maltraxxus. Oh my god. I do like Mr. Red's idea that we don't actually want to kill the Forsworn because we don't want to kill anyone. I mean, it's a fairly basic ape does not kill ape concept, but that's a good concept. Yeah, it had kind of a beat to it, you know? Your Archon. Your Archon.
The rivalry between Nemia and Pelodus has spanned eons.
We splat. Listen, it's very simple, Mr. Floyd. There's infinite afterlives everywhere, Mr. Floyd. There's just so many. There's so many. Infinite. Whoops. I think I overshot. I did. Your Archon.
Archon guide you.
But my Archon has lied to me.
Trust the process.
Oh, God. That got me. Yeah, I think Shadowlands has broken my brain. Yep, there's infinite afterlives to accommodate the infinite multiverse, which I remind you also includes alternate dimensions and timelines, which is exactly as stupid as that sounds. It's raining. It's raining in Oribos. Look. It's raining in Oribos. Look at it. You can't even see the maw because the rain effect is overriding the maw effect. Okay, there, the rain went away. The maw. Yep, only 4 of them matter. There's only 5 Archons. Oh, there's sun in Oribos. What? Yeah, we did it. We figured out the maw. Everyone, let's get some clouds going. Seed it with that weird salt stuff that makes them rain. I forget what it is. You know what I'm talking about. Gotta wait for the little guitar riff. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm okay. You know, that fog effect that they added in Dragonflight really does help zones like this one, I'm just saying. I remember that as Miristar. Going to the past in another timeline to another world and just looking up and there's Argus right there and it's like, huh. Okay, so how much of this do you want to bet is just going to be copy-paste? You know what? I'm not even complaining at this point. I'm not. It means we'll get through it quicker.
Welcome.
We will stand by you to the end, my paragon.
For the Archon,
Don't pick me up on my head!
Mograin's kin have proved worthy allies, and know our foe well.
I like to think that as I'm dangling, I'm on my phone, like,
And they the West. Then we shall converge on Garmal as one.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're here. Okay. Put away the phone. Yeah, swift shots either. First time.
Good, we're all here.
I like to think that Swift Shot took Horde Runner under his, like,
Take to the skies, Ascended! For Bastion!
yeah, pretty much Kraken's-on. I like to think that Swift Shot took Horde Runner under his arm,
We
wing.
bring justice to our fallen
concept.
brethren and end
You get
the
it.
foul work here once and for all.
Like, Horde Runner's like, I do not understand any of these things, and Kraken's-on. Swift Shot's like, all right, listen. It's really important. Okay, let's. Whatever you do, don't show them your stomach. They never like that.
Are those monstrosities? Thank the Archon they are not yet active.
Horde Runner buys a pillow, which he straps to his stomach. No, that's why he grows out his beard.
You have my attention. Serve with courage.
Let me guess. Yep. Destroy the crystals. Yep. This guy's gonna be like, kill a bunch of stuff.
May the flames of courage
Yep. Kill 10
guide
constructs. Now, hang on. There's gonna be a quest down here. There it is. Right there. It says, go bring the design to her. It's almost like I've done these exact quests. These aren't even mostly the same quests like we just did. These are exactly the same quests we already did for Maldraxxus. So, you know, let's kill the music. I would watch that too as Mirror Star, no joke. Let's see, I got a playlist just for this occasion. If it'll ever load, there we go. I'm ready, Huthor. What do you got? What do you got?
I will break all of you.
Okay, I'm in the House of Constructs. Okay. What do I gotta kill? Oh no. You want to bet that Broken quest is gonna be here?
Do not forget me.
What do you want to bet the Broken quest is gonna be here? What do you want to bet? That was this chain. That was right before we killed Garmal.
This has no place here.
Normally I don't like to double down on those kind of repeat negatives, but this might qualify. Because it's not a hard ask to think about someone who was only playing Bastion. And therefore runs into the exact same problems we did. Hell, I didn't even look up a solution for that one. I invented a solution for that quest. And I don't mean that, I'm not saying that to brag, excuse me. What I mean by that is that makes it even worse, because I went to look up a solution and didn't find one. So it's not even a go Google it kind of a situation.
I will break all of you.
Because Googling it did not work.
Face the wrath of courage.
Yes, Mechanicus. Come on, tell me it doesn't fit. At least a little bit.
Do you have need, my blade?
Speak without fear.
Do you have need of my blade?
For the Archon.
Yeah, these are the same freaking quests. These are the same freaking quests. We were trying out marksman at this point. You remember that? Well, you see, Mr. Floyd. Okay, for real, there is an answer to that. Hold up. We get to play as the Necrons in Mechanicus 2? There's an answer for that, Mr. Floyd. The answer is, when you die and you end up in Bastion, you know, obviously a lot of them build bodies and make spare parts and all that, but a lot of that is focused on the House of Constructs. If you, for example, never die or fall over or lose body parts in battle or whatever, you don't need to do that. The implication is that people like Vosh and Draka never actually have fallen in battle, and therefore never needed to replace their bodies. Now, does that explain everything? No, because as I've already pointed out in negatives I've already given, that just makes it inconsistent with the rest of the Shadowlands. It would make a lot more sense if this was just the Scourge, or rather the Proto-Scourge. And that's why they're like this. And Draka's not part of the Scourge. Because duh. When does Mechanicus 2 come out? I mean, it kind of is Cure White Noise.
Meat and bone.
Okay, this is going to sound strange, but we apparently are having a lot easier time of this as a protection paladin than we did as a Marks Hunter. Go figure. I know that sounds strange. Try to bear with me, but a protection paladin is a little better at soloing than a Marks Hunter. By the way, for those of you at home who don't quite get that, it's a near universal truth that if you want to solo in any MMO, play a paladin, or not play a paladin, sorry, play a tank, Just play a tank.
Your fate is sealed!
I mean, you know we're going to have to play as the Necrons. The Adeptus Mechanicus is nice and all, but I mean, come on! There's no choice there. Besides, we already did that. Sadly, I think Mechanicus was before the Oblivion line.
With courage. I'm gonna slaughter you.
Why would you slaughter me? We just met. Excellent. We'll use his parts to good effect, Kargan. Yeah, I know. The Necrons don't do that. So this is the only living guy left here. Other than the ones outside, so never mind, I'm fine. I am not a Warhammer guy. I have been informed many times by people who are more into the series just how little I know about the series. And yes, I mean the series, even though there's actually two. I have actually played a huge number of Warhammer video games, both fantasy and 40k. On camera, even. But I would still call myself an outsider, and I am definitely not a fan.
The western flank is pinned down. Mograine needs reinforcements.
You have my attention.
Orcs are the best, though. I'm just saying.
My blade is always ready.
You have my attention.
Oh, here we go. Wait, I actually have to fly with her? Okay, fine, whatever.
What do you need of me?
It's always chaos. I bet you money right now that after we're done fighting the Tyranids in Space Marine 2, it was actually chaos all along. Space Marine 1 is actually post-Oblivion line. So yes, it is a current review.
Look how they struggle. Soon the flesh of those chosen exiles in their Kyrian pit.
I just had a great idea for a quest. What if we fight Margrave Garmal? But then we find out in a shocking twist that Margrave was getting, like, anima from Revendreth. Could you imagine? Oh. God almighty, these are the exact same quests. These are the exact same quests. And here it is! Alright, do you think it deserves another negative? This is a real question. I already know the secret, so we're just going to mash this button so it doesn't break again. What? Kel'Thuzad is in this game? Why didn't anybody tell me? Look, I am 100% down for these quests, these Covenant campaigns, dovetailing into each other. I really am. I'm also down for them having this kind of interconnectivity. I am also down for showing the same event from different angles. This is literally the same quest. That's true. There's a reason for them being blatantly lazy. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. I don't like calling devs lazy. But, like, for real? Monobrent is correct. Back in the day, there was no way to coordinate across covenants. That is to say, you couldn't do multiple covenants on one character. You know what you could do? Talk to your friend who did the other covenant and find out you're doing the exact same quest. Alright, here we go. Hands off the keyboard. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's not bugged. Holy crap. Why is the Maldraxxus version bugged? That's confusing. What? Okay, well, hang on. We did get kicked off. Hang on. Let me just... I feel like there was something inflammatory related to their office at this point in history. I'm not sure. It's just a vibe I'm getting. Up. Okay. Hang on. Okay, now this time it's not doing it. Okay, that's... What is causing this bug? Apparently it's me asking about what's causing the bug that's causing the bug. You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I know the music that will absolutely perfectly encapsulate doing the Maldraxxus campaign. Alright, bonus negative it is. Yeah, this is a horrifically game-breaking bug. Like, this is a abandon the campaign bug. Because your only options at this point, if you couldn't figure out what you're doing, if you couldn't figure out how to do this, yeah, but then why does it go off so early sometimes, Uthor? Is to abandon the Maldraxxus or Kyrian campaigns and move on to 9.1. Like, that's the choice here. Game! Okay, there we go. Just building, you know. We should have a Maldraxxus builder game. We're not there yet, but that's going to be part of 9.1, Portugal. My final review pre-Oblivion, was it Mario Galaxy 2? If it's not, then I don't know. Although you are right, Ross. There's an even better song than this for this kind of a zone. The Hellish Death Fields. As we're doing the final battle against the people who have been betraying us for so long. There's only one music that could possibly fit this. We're done here. We can go. Oh, Cyber Sleuth was the last one. Wow. Decent game. Also, apparently the only good Digimon video game, from what I have understood. I just kind of lucked out on that one. I wonder if it's going to be any good, Monobran. I mean, I suppose, I hope it is, but whatever. Yeah, I know, right, Blade Devo? Is Colossus the one with the hong hong bagong attack? And buffs to Shockwave of all things? Yes, that's a very technical term. Hong hong bagong. That's H-W-U-A-N-G, H-W-U-A-N-G, H-W-U-U-A-N-G, B-W-A-N-G-A-G-N-O-N-G. Bagong. I do like being lightning. This is exactly the music I think of when things like this happen. Oh yeah, what's your idea, Huthor? Get in my chair. Do 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 do. Breath of Fire 3, yes, that'll come. Elementals. Actually, you know what would be the perfect contradictory music for a place like this? Something high technology like... No. There we go. Hey look, it's the exact same boss battle! You know what this means? The one faction that connects with everyone else is Maldraxxus. I wonder what that is. Like, what combination of circumstances led to that happening? Oh, I remember that ability, actually, Huthor. A friend of mine grabbed it, and really liked it, actually. No, I like it. I like it. Yeah, yeah. Very risk versus reward.
But what about the meta? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had to kill Metator there. Here it comes. We're gonna find out about the. It's okay. The finale can't just be about Kel'Thuzad again, right? Right? Oh, there's actually sound here, even though I have the sound off.
Incompetent fools!
Yeah, okay, so he's dead. They, excuse me, are dead, because that's a plural. Because it's an A-bomb.
It is a grim task, but it carries his gift of shaping flesh. Its power would enhance your nascent crest of ascension.
Thank you.
Gross!
See it done.
Did you realize what you just said, Mograine? Yeah, let's take the heart of changing flesh in order to specifically empower the ascension process, which is already a little bit too flesh-changey as is.
Welcome, brave soul.
I'm relieved I'm not the one to carry this thing back to the... Yeah, okay.
Meet me in Elysian Hold. We shall place the heart together.
Okay, whatever. So we didn't find out about the legendary, the incredible Kel'Thuzad. Oh god, is he gonna even show up in Bastion? That's actually gonna be kind of funny.
Help our troops ready our weapons.
Whoops, I want to go over here, don't I? The Archlich.
The House of Ritual's treachery knows no bounds.
At ease. You have your orders.
Let's see, what would I call it? Yeah, the Realm Slayer is such a perfect term for that. Good, because this has not been doing well, Uthor. This is rough. We had a decent open. That opening with Ben was really, really good and bad, because this is Shadowlands. We had the cutscene of awesome. And then we've been spinning our wheels for 2 entire quest arcs. So, check me on this, Uthor. What do you think of this idea? What if one of the abilities is something like one of the choice talents, maybe, is something that lets you stack the buffs from killing one of the demons you summon? And you're probably thinking, how does that work? Hear me out for a second. You summon a demon, you imprison it with the special anti-demon CC that demon hunters get, and it's long enough to wait on your cooldown to summon another demon. And then you summon a second demon, and you kill it and the other one at the same time, stacking the buff. You don't understand, Savakam. I need to do my taxes. And this demon lord, Agaragarg, over here said, I will do your taxes. I'm like... Yeah, I don't know. That feels like a rough idea, Uthor. That would need some massaging to work, but... Listen, Suffolk. The irony is I paid my taxes like a month ago. And I did owe this year, but I owed less than usual, only about $200. I will take what tiny-ass victories I can get. You know, eggs are up to like $10 a frickin' carton in some places. God damn it. Oh, that might work. So you get to choose a specific demon. to kill. And once you kill one, the other one goes away.
The rivalry between Nemia and Pelodus has spanned eons. I am certain they will have a use for you.
It should surprise no one that Mechanicos already prepared the crest to receive such endowments.
If it's the random summon mechanic, I already know about it, Uthor. Not because I've played a Warlock, or even, you know, leveled a Warlock, but because I have been in groups with Warlocks.
The honor
It's
is
hard to miss that in a group. In fact, the first time I saw it, I was like, whoa!
in our victory
Oh,
against
it's a set order. Now, that's interesting. That sounds like the moon ability for druids.
Already I feel the crest's power grow. New Ascended will be pivotal against Lysonia and Uther. We should seek further enhancements from the other Covenant's realms. I will discuss the matter with Adrestes. Go in service, Moorwalker.
Yeah, question from the back. Is anyone else bothered by the giant pulsating heart that's part of your mechanism which you use to reforge souls? No? Just me?
By the Archon's grace.
Okay. Well, there's only one thing I can say to that.
Your Archon has lied to you. 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 Your Archon has lied.
Someone nominate that for best bug.
Devils blazes a new path to justice.
Oh no, that adds some interesting skill ceiling to it, Uthor. You'd have to know the combos pretty much by memory to be able to make a decision quickly enough. But I like that. In the rear with the Archon who has lied to you. Wait, that actually sounds dirty. Never mind. Walk that away.
The rivalry between Nemia and Pelodus has
Ah!
eons.
I think we all know the best meme this year so far. The office is on fire. It's not even really a meme. It is barely an exaggeration. That's what makes it so sad. The office was metaphorically on fire.
I welcome you. Go in service.
All right, time for a quick cat nap here. This really takes a long time, doesn't it? I guess I can clean up my notes while I'm waiting. Something done. Scroll up a little here. I believe time walking is consistent within a server shard. In other words, if you go to BC, so let me talk this out. So because level scaling is natural, what would happen is you'd go time walk with BC, then you'd go quest in Kata, and the quest would scale up with you because Kata scales. However, Kata doesn't scale fully, right? So check this out. So let's say you're questing in Tirisfal. You notice that goes up to 30? 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. Oh, I thought some of these were different. Oh, there's like a 35 there. So, like, they would scale up to 30 or 35, but that's it. Then they would cap at 30 or 35 and stop scaling with you. Make sense?
It has been quite some time since I've seen a Kyrian. Perhaps you will lend me a feather for my studies. Maybe a dozen.
Okay.
Oh, look! The Mawwalker has arrived.
Hi.
Thank the Archon.
A brilliant artifact in the art of repentance. I'm afraid its fate, as well as its creators, is lost to me. I know someone who could help, but not willingly. Nice to meet you. Oh, or did we already do that?
The Countess knows the fates and goings-on of every noble in Revendreth. It's the best way to keep them in her debt. However, she has a dark secret. Despite what she may say, she was once a mortal. We'll need to find where she keeps her Sinstone. No easy feat, of course. We'll need to gather some intel. The Venthyr are constantly gossiping. Collect their letters and couriers until you learn something of interest.
Keep a calm mind.
I worry about entering the city. I'm sure you've noticed how we stand out here. Denathrius' loyalists have eyes everywhere, and he's not dead yet, so their eyes and ears watch over the Chalice District. Take out their leaders, so no one can report our presence before we acquire the seal.
The Countess surely knows poor Alwyn's fate. If we can find her Sinstone, it will be the leverage we need for her to assist in your search.
I have an idea to help myself blend in. I'll meet you in the Chalice District.
And Clea's like, I will blend in too.
Keep an eye out for him. I'll scout from above.
With my giant glowing wings.
Thank the Archon. I could use some aid.
Making my way through the city unseen was not as simple as I thought. I tried to cross some mud where I came across these small men. Perhaps Clea was right. I draw too much attention to myself to abuse. Maybe I could disguise myself? Please help me by gathering some clothing.
I will find my way over to Clea and the Curator. Please, excuse me, mates?
How much for your teeth?
Alright. Starting on a good note.
You reek of Kyrian filth!
Telagos is odd, because I wasn't sure I liked his voice actor at first, but I think just a few of his initial lines were a little awkward.
My eyes! I heard that Duke Grigor has abated his absolving duties. The nerve of him, thinking himself busier than the rest of us.
I sent my courier to the night market to sell some goods for me, and he had the gall to name me. I discharged that fool on the spot. Tiresome brokers will hold it against me for millennia.
I also require a bouquet of 23 hand-picked midnight roses. a stone-born guard that reports solely to me, and tea made from leaves plucked from the Ember Ward. Then I may consider keeping the location of your Sinstone a secret.
Nice guy. I want a thing of M&Ms, but all the red M&Ms have to be removed.
I will tear your flesh from your bones.
That's based on a real thing, by the way. I forget the specifics. Like, yeah, you know he was just staying up late at night coming up with the list. Like, what can I ask for? Yes, yes, that's it.
Dead.
House Primrose cordially invites Houses Darkbane and Sinfang to discuss arrangements vis-a-vis the Countess. Let us strengthen the new bonds between our families.
I love how nakedly internecine the vampires, excuse me, Venthyr are. I really do.
Your arrogance stains this realm.
What? No, this was like a while ago. You didn't make it look that now. I shouldn't have even opened my gob. Oh, the Venthyr are fascinating. All of them have been pretty different. So far, this is the least different one. Ironically. Oh, that's not it. Hang on, hang on. I hate that you're making me just research this right now. But this is happening. Here we go. What did Vesper Totem do? It's not going to list it, is it? Okay, I can figure that out. Oh, nice, Mr. Floyd. Yeah, I could see you wanted to hold on to that one. Van Halen. Sorry, that took me a moment to really dive into that to figure out. So Van Halen used to have a thing against brown M&Ms, or for brown M&Ms, I forget which. And so he would demand...
Your arrogance stains this realm.
Wait, my arrogance stains this realm? Me. Yeah, Logain is just random Venthyr. It's the weirdest choice for Simon Templeman I have ever heard.
Step foot in Revendreth.
Give me a sec. I'm busy here. Ah, the good old days of Diablo 2. So the entire field is nothing but hammers flying around, doing nothing because collision was terrible in Diablo 2.
You possess more strength than I.
Ooh, ginger tea. The greatest of all teas.
Impudent. Mortal.
Probably a dragon player. Van Halen might have started the trend and then other people started doing it, or maybe they just did it independently of each other. I don't actually know. The specific thing I was referencing was the Van Halen thing, but
We will break you.
it's a common trope that performers have weird and esoteric demands.
Do not concede.
Yes, Simon Templeman, we know you're an amazing actor who has literally one of the people who helped bring voice acting into, like, respectability in video games as a concept.
It seems
Did you voice this random guy?
her sin stone locked away in a crypt. The keys spread amongst nobility as a sign of favor.
Hopefully, our friend has found a clue to who may hold these keys then.
Greetings, my friend.
That was also done in the not Daredevil, Ghost Rider. In the Ghost Rider movie, it was parodied as well. The first one.
If there is anything I can do for you,
Pelagos
let me know.
sifts through the clothing. Such fine fabric. I believe this could work.
I believe in you. Let me try this on. How do I look?
You.
I do not believe that will fool anybody, brother. You have a talent for magic. Perhaps an illusion would better serve you.
This city makes my skin crawl. I feel like I'm constantly being watched and people are whispering behind my back. Yeah.
Deep breaths.
Revendreth is a servant of two masters.
If I know the Countess, which I do, her Sinstone will have stronger protection than mere keys. She's quite fond of curses to protect her gateways. I am capable of creating a residue that should protect us, but it will require petals of a specific flower you can find in the Redolov Gardens. Collect the petals so I may protect us from the dangers to come.
Archon's wisdom prevails.
The Venthyr travel long distances through enchanted mirrors. The keys we look for are not as we have in Bastion, but rather shards of a mirror that'll lead to a Sinstone location. So we need 3 shards from Primrose, Darkfane, and Sinfang.
Come with me. I will place a bell to help you get down to the Redolov district.
I will search for the frame. Pelagos, please find a better disguise.
Yeah, Pelagos. God. God damn it, Jeff! Sorry.
Yes, if you need help getting to the ground, I will provide aerial support. Good luck.
Okay. Now that my very fiber of my being has been ripped to shreds at the molecular level, I feel great. Also, I think I'm insane now. I know, Huthor. This is actually pretty legit so far. This arc. This is a nice breath of fresh air after the nonsense of repeating 2 questions in a row. Sorry, I'll let that go. Right now. Okay. I'm just gonna take this. What? That's mine. I mean, it isn't anymore.
You are not one of us!
Gooble gobble? Oh, it would absolutely destroy a setting. We actually talked about that the very moment we started Shadowlands. So in the very first VOD, if you want to see the whole discussion. But in brief, any setting in which you have regular access to your afterlife fundamentally changes that setting forever.
You will not leave here alive.
Like, there are so many implications and inferences and problems that come from the fact that you can just walk into the afterlife and consequently out of it. You can collect taxes from someone who's dead.
My house will prevail!
Like, really think about that for a second. Where? It's got to be inside. Okay, inside.
You will meet your true death.
There is no escaping the taxman. Guys, I know everyone's really excited to die, but could you piss off, please? Thank you. Well, it depends on the nature of the afterlife. You could pay in service. You could pay in resources. Anima is a tapped resource, something that can be measured and quantified. That makes it a currency. Anima has uses. That makes it a resource. So there you go. All you'd have to do is have someone who can go into the afterlife. And remember, we have people just casually entering the afterlife in this game. In this expansion, excuse me. Not in the game. So that's a pretty rare thing overall. Oh, okay. Thank you.
I could smell your stench as soon as you arrived. Come now. Show me what the Kyrian have taught you.
My shard! My ticket to power!
That was not well executed.
I wasn't intending to one-shot those. Sorry, dude. Yeah, Khadgar is literally on vacation in the afterlife right now. Literally. Talia just decided to walk out here to meet her dad. And, like, I don't want to begrudge her that, but Talia is a level 2 nobody. And I bring that point up because at least Khadgar's an Archmage, right?
We have found the mirror frame. Oh. Hello. You'll need to wait your turn for torment. Somehow we forgot how to be Venthyr. We need to remember.
Well, that's an interesting back piece. The mirror frame rests at the bottom of Redlov Hall. Clea and Pelagos wait there.
Revendreth is a servant. Clea made quick work of the Venthyr in our path. She is truly a sight to behold. Follow me downstairs. Your friends are waiting.
Yeah, exactly, Von Falkenstein. Like, at least I could excuse it.
Impressed. That is quite the disguise.
Alright, here we go. Where's Pelagos? Oh my god!
I would think you're a Venthyr of some renown.
He's even got the sneer down.
Thank you. Illusion magic is not quite my forte, but I took a page from the Venthyr's book.
Well, unfortunately, we'll have to finish up this tomorrow, because I've just been called to dinner. So tomorrow, the conclusion of the Bastion arc, and the beginning of the much vaunted 9.1.